let's get into some fuck shit. This fuck ass movie. This is a suck ass movie. I don't know why I watched it, but I figured somebody's gonna be like, "Hey Sly, did you watch John Henry?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I watched John Henry. It was basura. That's Spanish for trash." Dinah, thank you, hun. Thank you, because my daughter is expensive, and she's officially taller than me now. And yeah, so everything about her is cheap. I mean, not cheap. Everything is expensive on her. Everything. Okay, so let's get into John Henry, starring goofball Terry Crews and goofball number two Ludacris. Because this is a trash ass movie, y'all. You understand? This was basura. Okay, basura with a capital B. Let's get into it. The only reason I even watched this movie is just for one sign, one symbol that I said, okay, somebody's been reading some books. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So there's so the opening scene, a drug dealer runs over and kills John Henry's dog. The kid pulls a gun on John Henry. John Henry takes his dog home. So I'm saying don't watch it. I'm saying, yeah, you can skip John Henry. I only read the only reason I watched it because I saw a certain symbol. I said, okay, you you got me to look. Now let me see where this bullshit goes. Okay, that's why. Because I like I said, I don't watch movies like everybody else. I watch movies for certain signs and symbols. That's it. This is like music producers listen for certain pings and dings in music. They just can't listen to just enjoy the overall finished product. They're always picking shit apart. So this is how I watch movies. I pick shit apart. I'm looking for something. Okay, so here we go. There's a domino game at a drug dealer's house. There's drugged up immigrant escorts on the couch. Sex trafficking. There's a fat drug dealer. He's wearing a gold ankh necklace. The four of them are all wearing all white. One of the women is a stud. One of the dealers drags one of the prostitutes into the room. The fat drug dealer has a Leviathan's cross tattoo on his right hand. That was the only sign I saw. I said, okay, let me see. So what is the Leviathan cross? It's also called the Satan's cross. Okay. Where did we see this cross? This sign and symbol. We saw this sign in Castlevania Season 3 with the Priory. Remember? When Belmont and Cypher and had to break. Oh no, it wasn't Cypher. It was the other guy had to break down to the Priory what that symbol meant. So the Satan's cross or the Leviathan's cross is an alchemical symbol for sulfur, alluding to fire in hell. Okay. So then gunfire erupts. The fat drug dealer is shot and killed. The others are shot. The stud survives. The gunmen come in to free the Mexican prostitutes. Cops show up, and Berta is the lone prostitute that escapes. She hides in John Henry's basement. John Henry finds Bertha hiding, then feeds her food. John's father is played by I forget the old head. He was in the Halloween reboot. The big burly brother. He's his daddy. The BJ doesn't want her there. BJ can communicate with Berta in Spanish. John goes to the store to buy Berta tampons. He flirts with an old classmate that works at the store. Like I said, I'm going to run through this because this movie was utterly just trash. The next morning, BJ and Berta discuss black and white Honduras, the black and white colorism in Honduras. Berta's brother comes to John Henry's house to get Berta. Berta doesn't want to leave. Berta came to the States looking for her father that was in the military based off an old address that Emilio was currently living at. Okay, so this guy Emilio, they show up at Emilio's house. The brother and sister, they're like, hey man, our father used to live at this address. Help us. And he's like, hell, y'all from down Mexico. Okay, let me help y'all out. And then the girl gets kidnapped by some sex traffickers that work for Hell. The nigga name is Hell, played by Ludacris. Okay. So yes, on the way to the shelter, Bertha was kidnapped by Young Hell. Young Hell is Hell's son. Jeez. Okay. So the guy that killed John Henry's dog in the beginning of the movie, he also has a Leviathan cross tattoo on his neck. And then we fast forward Emilio and Berta's brother coming to the rescue, but our brother was killed in the process during the rescue attempt. Hell and John, they're cousins. Okay, once again, Hell played by Ludacris. They're cousins. They used to be in a gang together. John killed a man at one point and lead the gang. He killed a man with his bare hands and left the gang. Hell wants to be a kingpin. John has an aversion to guns after he accidentally shot Hell in the face, trying to give Hell the gun back to him. So there's the flashback scene when they're young. Hell's trying to give John the gun. John's like, I don't want it. So and while the back and forth, he shoots Hell in the face. This is why Hell has his metal jaw plate. All right. And if you remember, the Leviathan's cross is etched into his metal jaw plate. Hell. So that's why he gets the name Hell. Okay. Oh my God. John gives Emilio $50,000 to leave Berta. Hell gave John $50K to give to Emilio to leave town. Later that night, Hell's gang comes for Berta. Emilio is shot in the head. BJ tells John to take Berta while he stays behind. BJ is killed, blowing himself up, and two assailants. John and Berta are surrounded. Hell makes his entrance carrying a blowtorch. He likes to torture people with a blowtorch. Past flashback scenes, Hell likes to play with fire. He's always had a thing with blowtorches and fire. And he calls himself Hell. Go figure. John and Berta are summoned. Hell makes his entrance carrying a blowtorch. The stud that was shot prior, she shows up. She shoots John in the head, grazing the top of his skull because Hell was going to torture and kill the stud for messing up the first time. And so in her a moment of clarity, she attempts to shoot. She tries to shoot John, to save her life, kind of, sort of, right? And hit him on the top of the skull. Tasha, the store clerk that he was flirting with earlier, she shows up. He shaves, then goes to see Hell's mother, okay? The grandmother, right? It's her birthday. She's 82. She wants to transition and is tired of seeing violence. She gives John the address to find Hell. So Hell has Berta in his old grandmother's house. John is on Hell's block. He smashes the head of one of the henchmen with a sledgehammer. Back at headquarters, the stud is punished for failing to kill John Henry. John then breaks a hole in the wall, killing a goon with a piece of debris to the neck. The stud goes after John. She's ambushed and stabbed in the leg. So he didn't kill her. John then smashes BJ's Cadillac. Hell engages in a standoff with John. Listen, this movie is such bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just blowing through it real quick. Hell says you have to kill what men believe him in. He brings out Berta and her brother, whom we thought was dead. Whoop-de-doo. One of Hell's goons is shot in the head. It's the stud. She changed her mind, had a change of heart, and that John stabbed in the leg. John then stands up and grabs a hammer, and Hell trips and falls on the blowtorch cord. Then John bashes Hell's head in and passes out, and then shows up, grabs his hand. Oh no, Tasha shows up, grabs his hand and squeezes it. Oh my God, this was such a waste of time and energy. Y'all, somebody at Ludacris and Terry Crews, I need my hour and a half back for watching this trash ass film. This was trash. Like I said, they only got me hooked. They got me in it because of the alchemical symbol. So if you want to keep me interested, show me an alchemical symbol and I'm there. So that's my weakness. Dumb. Dum dum dum.